welcome to another episode of In Focus. My name is Patrick O'Connor, I'm the drum tutor, and we're here today to talk about the versatility of the drum beat. I'm here today with the mighty Kate Byrne. She's a Thurles native, and she's also part of a band called Mill Road. So, Kate, thanks very much for coming on to the show.
Thanks for having me.
No worries at all. So, we just ask you first off, what made you decide to play the drums, and how long have you been playing?
I've been playing for about 4 years now, and growing up I played like classical violin, classical piano, like everything classical, and I was like,
Want to change it up?
yeah, and then I started guitar because my dad plays guitar.
Brilliant.
And I was like, oh, this music, it's like...
It's more of your style.
Yeah. So then, my brother used to play drums when he was... I have a twin brother, he used to play drums when we were younger. And I just kind of fell into it, really, because the drum teacher that he used to go with came back to the school, and my mum was like, hey, you like music? Do you want to play drums? So I was like, why not? And like, I was asleep at the time, and I was like, get out, fine, I'll play drums. And then at the dinner table, I was like, am I playing drums now? So yeah.
So now you're in it.
Yeah, I just fell into it, and yeah.
It's brilliant, yeah. And I suppose you spent your time being taught how to play drums and learned a little bit, but then you formed a band with some friends called Mill Road. Mm-hmm. So how did that start? Or
it just happened, to be honest.
Yeah.
We were friends anyway, and we knew each other, and our like mums are friends and everything. So
okay.
We just knew we knew each other. We were friends, and like we knew we were all into music. And we also did a camp in here as well, a music camp where you put into bands.
So it kind of formed from a music camp.
Kinda, yeah. Now Kira, the lead singer, she wasn't at that, but we knew her anyway, and we're just friends, and like, why not?
It's great, yeah. And you all just kind of gelled. Okay, so just talking about the theme of the episode is the versatility of a drum beat, or 4/4 beat, say, in rock music, because there's so many different variations of genres, or of the rock genre, and there's so many different variations that you could do on a simple 4/4 drum beat. So I just might ask you, just for the viewers, if you'd like to play just an 8-note pattern, so the 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and beat, with 1 and 3 being the bass and 2 and 4 being the snare. Could you do that for us?
Yeah.
Brilliant stuff, Kate. So just for the viewers out there, just to explain, so this is kind of like the main backbone, or the main beat that you'd learn from the start, because it's kind of like the quintessential one to start off learning, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and normally, like you just did it there, you had a little bit on the crash, but you're playing it with the hi-hat, the snare, and the bass drum, which is like your 3 core components when you're starting off. So that's how you would have started to play?
Yeah, bass drum on 1 and 3, then 2. And add in this, and then you kind of just do ghost notes. You learn how to do ghost notes first.
Sure.
And then you can add things in from there. But it takes a while to kind of get it to feel right and sound right.
Exactly.
You probably don't even have it right yet.
Yeah, but like, it definitely sounds good. But like you have it locked in, and I suppose it's once you learn that hand and foot coordination. Yeah, that's where things start to kind of build on it. Yeah, and then from there it goes into, like, that beat can be transferable across so many different genres, not just rock and the different types of rock music, but then you start adding your own style on top of that too. But that's what you would do, I imagine. Yeah. So on that subject, I think we're going to go to our first performance. And what I just asked you to do, you have a backing track picked out, which you'd like to play too.
Yeah.
So we have it with a click. It's on 95 BPM, and you just do the 8-note pattern, but in your own kind of style with that. That's okay?
Yeah.
Okay. Wow, Kate, that was brilliant. Fair play to you. So definitely a big change up on the simple 4/4 pattern that you played just before that. So like, do you want to just what are your thoughts on that? Like, is this kind of something that you would just mess around with at home?
Yeah, like the 4/4 is in it. So like if I was going 4/4, it'd be, and then I add in like this on the hi-hat.
Triplets.
So,
All right.
and then kind of ghost snaps. Or,
Yeah.
so it's in there. It's just kind of built on.
Yeah,
So.
so you're like adding your expression on top of it, and like using that to do the drum fills or swapping from the hi hat over to the right cymbal.
Yeah.
And I particularly liked how you're using the lip of the bass drum as your lead hand there for a little bit. So that was really good. I'm hearing some influences. Would you say something like Benny Greb or like funk drummers? Like,
Yeah.
Would that be a genre that you're really into, or is it just like certain aspects?
Yeah, I'm into like a lot of genres. I'm not really stuck to one. I just kind of like, I like drums, you know.
Yeah.
In whatever way adapted.
If it sounds good.
Yeah, I like. If it sounds good, I like it. Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
not stuck to anything. But yeah, Benny Graham, I really like.
That's cool. That's cool. Well, so this is lead into the second performance then, and we're going to get you to play another backing track.
Yep.
And I'm going to ask you, maybe like you've already kind of done it on your first performance, but as a challenge, as an extra challenge on top of your performance, I was going to see maybe how much of the kit you could put into your performance.
Maybe more toms.
Yeah, a little bit more toms, lead with the right cymbal, or switching up the hi-hat using the crash cymbal, or whatever kind of comes to mind for yourself. Is that okay? Take it away. So. Didn't add the wood block.
Don't get extra points I passed. So.
No, that's okay. But the drum performance itself was brilliant, so we'll make up for that. So like just going on that track that you just did, which is kind of more straightforward rock versus the funk rock track. Did you want to change up your style on that a little bit, or did you have the same thought process for playing both?
I kind of like I went all in on both. It kind of just depends how you're feeling with the song. Like definitely for the second one, you feel a bit more fierce. You're putting your attitude into it.
Right.
Then for like funk, it's like laid back. It's just
kind of enjoying the groove of the song, right? But plus with the second song, you've got those dual guitars playing in the middle section, so it kind of just throws it up a little bit. No, but that was brilliant, and like I really liked what you did on the 4/4 pattern. When you had like left on the snare, then 2 on the bass drum back, and you kind of switched between the hi-hat and the snare. So that's a rudiment that you are learning at the moment, or you just picked up from somewhere?
Yeah, I do drum lessons, and I'm learning Benny Greb.
Benny Greb, brilliant.
Yeah, I'm learning.
We love our hats.
Yeah. But I'm learning his song Joe Couscous.
Right.
It's a bit like drum. It's very 16 notes everywhere.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And it's kind of often like he plays like on the side of the drum for a bit. He's like.
Right. So it's like using all other bits of the drum kit that you wouldn't normally use.
Creative, like.
Yeah.
So I guess.
So you just so it's great to take inspiration.
And he kind of does all those things. 60 like what I did at the end of that bar would be maybe one of his bars, just variation on all like that.
It's great. So, it's great. But just to add that in, and I think what I took away from that is it was unusual to hear that type of drum beat played on a song like a straightforward rock song.
Yeah.
So it's great. It definitely adds to your style and your thought process on how to play that. So that's really brilliant. Just want to ask you as well, what's next for Mill Road? what have you got any future plans? Any releases or shows or lockdown shows or anything like that?
Well, we're all doing our leaving cert at the moment, except one of the lads. So that kind of put us back a bit. But yeah, we're all writing away and new songs. Yeah,
keeping yourselves going.
Waiting for gigs to start again. That's all we're really hoping for, to start gigging again, like everyone else.
We all agree with you. We're all waiting for a gig.
Yeah.
Just an opportunity to play music is great. So that's brilliant. Well, look, Kate, and best of luck to you in the leaving cert as well. Thank you for being part of this episode. You're an outstanding musician, and wish you well in the future.
Thank you.
And I believe you have a final drum performance for us.
Yeah.
Yeah. So could you want to tell us a little bit about that? Is it am I saying this right? It's a grade rudiments for a Trinity grade?
It's an exercise, and you do rudiments at the start of the grade, and then they kind of incorporate into exercises.
Nice.
So I talk about a few rudiments.
Yeah. Do you want to? Yeah, maybe just show us a little bit of what that is, and then play a bit for us.
So, like rudiments, single stroke, and then paradiddles, big one. So then you'd have in the song there's paradiddle diddle, so and inverse paradiddles as well. This is kind of built on paradiddles, I guess. So
okay.
So if that was in, it'd be like. So that would be paradiddle diddle, paradiddle diddle, paradiddle diddle.
It's brilliant.
2 paradiddle diddles.
All right. Paradiddling all over again.
Yeah.
Something.
So like you can literally just take, with the inverted maybe, you can take any rudiment, put it around the kit. That's how you.
That's
how
brilliant.
You drum.
Insightful. Yeah. It's another thing that adds to your style again as well. So.
Yeah. So like the inverse paradiddle, like you could do.
Kate, thanks a million for coming on. You've been absolutely brilliant. You're a fascinating musician, and I wish you well in the future.
Thank you.
So I'm Patrick O'Connor, and this has been In Focus, our drum episode. And we're just going to finish now with Kate doing some of her paradiddle rudiments around the kit. So take it away, Kate.